LMT, the best place on YouTube where you can learn all about lean manufacturing and the tools used to incorporate lean manufacturing into the workplace. Remember, keep them keen, teach them lean. Each episode we are going to explore a different lean manufacturing tool with the hopes that at the end of this you'll be able to call yourself a true lean expert and you can begin to adopt these methods into your company. Before I start, if you haven't already, I suggest you hit that pause button and check out my first video on what lean manufacturing is all about. And as always, if you like the content and want to see more, hit that like and subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Right, I can now assume you're all familiar with lean manufacturing and the origin of its conception. Today, we are going to cover Kanban, or more specifically a Kanban board. We will cover everything I feel you need to know about a Kanban board, and as a treat, at the end of this, we will carry out a little kanbanercise to check if you have grasped the concept of what this lean manufacturing tool is all about. So first of all, what is Kanban? Well, I'm going to cheat a little bit here and do what everyone does when they don't know what something is. So let's just Google, what is Kanban? Kanban, or Kanban Kanri, is a Japanese term for signboard management. The lean method itself is a scheduling system which is used to improve manufacturing and production efficiency and to manage work by balancing demands against availability capacity. It achieves this by using a Kanban board. A select number of department heads and management are invited to participate in the creation and overseeing of the Kanban board by itemizing all the tasks required and to update the board regularly, depending on the current status of each task being carried out. This board is used as a reference for all to see the current progress of a project without the need for regular status reports and unnecessary meetings. The layout of a Kanban board is quite simple. In the most basic form, you can use a standard whiteboard. This board is then split into 4 columns: backlog, to do, in progress, and completed. Depending on the project, more columns and headings can be used. The board is then populated by cards which give a brief description of the task needing to be completed and are sometimes colour-coded to show which department the task is related to. All the tasks required to complete a project are placed into the backlog, with the most important being placed at the top. The Kanban journey has now begun. Each owner of a card begins to move their task to the neighbouring column dependent on their current capabilities and workload. The tasks shown on the card are then worked on by the relevant department until they have finally reached the completed column. If a certain column on the board begins to become overpopulated, a bottleneck in the project starts to slow the overall progress down. Any further movement on the cards should be halted, and everyone should aim to complete the tasks present in the overpopulated column. As a project progresses, some tasks may encounter problems that need to be addressed, resulting in additional cards being added to the board. Once all the cards have been sent to the completed column, the project is now finished and the whole process can start again for the next project. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages to Kanban board? Looking at the animation earlier, it is clear to see that the Kanban board would be easy to follow for anyone involved in the ongoing project. The board itself can be described as simple and efficient. A quick glance at the board will tell you enough to know the current progress of each task and what to expect in the near future. This also gives the added benefit of managing time more efficiently and with help to reduce the overall time frame of the project. By focusing on bottlenecks in the project, workflow can be directed towards the congested areas, thus freeing up production flow. The Kanban board will also help with other lean manufacturing tools such as just-in-time, giving plenty of notice to order required components and planning of shipment of the product. The Kanban board can seem outdated, and unless a record is kept of the ongoing progress, it is difficult to reflect on how the project was performed. This poses the risk of repeat bottlenecks and recurring errors and mistakes. Tasks may also get moved by mistake by someone other than the card owner, disrupting the flow of the project and causing confusion. There are tools available today that allow you to digitize the Kanban board using online subscription services. This will keep a digital record of the entire project, allowing you to look back at any mistakes that were made and to propose improvements before embarking on another project. The online Kanban board will restrict movements and operations to certain users, ensuring that only the card owner or permitted user can progress each task. So, hopefully this video has given you some of the basics of a Kanban board that will allow you to join in such related subjects in the pub after work with your colleagues. No longer will you need to sit in the corner agreeing with everyone and nodding your head. You can challenge their views and impress them with your newly learned skills. Some closing thoughts from me before we move on to the hotly anticipated kanbanercise. How would I implement the Kanban board within the company I work for? Well, I would ditch the whiteboard straight away and utilise the online tools available. I would give some training on these tools to my colleagues, and we would do a soft trial where it is used alongside a current method and not the driver for the entire project. Once everyone is happy with how the tool is used, and once everyone can see the benefits, I would slowly begin to integrate it into the company, with the hopes that it becomes the method of choice. Now, onto the kanbanercise. I'm going to show you a short clip which at first glance does not seem relevant in the slightest, but look closely and see if you can spot the Kanban board being used. If you think you have it, leave the answers in the comment below. Quick disclaimer, I do not know the gentleman in this clip, but if I did, he would probably be wearing the coffee at the end of this.
Could I get a venti, half whole milk, 1/4 1% milk, 1/4 not that milk, split the quads, extra hot.
Split the quads?
Yeah, split the quads, so like half decaf, half caffeinated.
Venti?
Venti?
So you told me it's a latte or what is it?
It's a no foam latte.
So you said 2 decaf?
2 decaf, yeah, 2 decaf.
Okay.
1 shot caffeinated.
Yep.
And then a sprinkle of cinnamon and whipped cream.
Sure. So you said that, but for the milk, what is it exactly?
It's so it's 1/2 whole milk, and 1/2 1%.
So half whole milk.
1/4 1%.
1/4 1%.
And then 1/4 pound fat.
Okay.
And that's it. And then just a shot of vanilla if you can.
And cinnamon?
That's cinnamon, yeah. Just 3 to 4 sprinkles of cinnamon.
Jamie, I'm totally grounded. And your name?
Daniel? Sorry, Vegan.
Sorry?
Vegan.
How do you spell it?
VEGAN.
So 2 decaf, 1 regular shot, 1 vanilla, cinnamon, half of milk, 1%, 1/4 not bad.
And is Mark working here?
Mark,
Can you make it?
sorry?
I designate him to make it. I spelled my name wrong.
So, there you have it, the Kanban board. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next time we're going to be delving deeper into the world of Kanban and looking at the pull system that Kanban creates within the workplace. See you next time.